Yeah, you should.
Okay. Yeah. I feel like this is a really, like, it's just really strange, right? But I feel
Well,
also I keep being like, I feel like I'm being called to be on camera too, just like talking and speaking to a lot of people. So maybe this will just get easier.
I think it will get easier. And I think, one of the things that, and this is just sidebar, but
Hmm.
one of the things you can do is start making videos in the mandala space and doing that like daily because I think that really helped me like just get comfortable talking and talking on camera and all of those things. But
Well,
like,
totally. It's funny. I'm fine with it talking on camera like that. I don't mind that because it's my friends. But like if you start thinking this is like, oh, we're recording now. Now this is content. Like then it's like becomes really weird and I like am like, what do I do with my hands? And I'm like, I don't know. Is this the right lighting? Like I have no idea. So
I think it's just you just do it, right? It's
that's
like
right.
when I did that TV show, it was like the first day I was so like, oh my God. And then the rest of it, I was just like, oh, well, you know what? Whatever people say, that's just on them.
That's
And
true.
I can't
That's true.
care.
I love that.
It is
Maybe we
so
should do like an intention though, or something just to so I can remember like we're just here to talk. Because the last thing like talking about any of this, I might have to just close my eyes and start moving my hands so instead, so that I'm not like seeing my face and then like
right.
my heart stops and I'm like, oh
Right.
gosh, I'm insecure again. It's so funny how instantly I'm like, oh, no, that's me. Stop, stop, stop. But okay, I'm just gonna lean into it. Maybe, yeah. Do you want to guide us through something?
Yeah. Well, let's just like close our eyes and
Mm,
really like sink into what really wants to come forward from our hearts.
mm,
Like, what do we want to say to even ourselves in this moment?
mm. That's
What
such a good. Ooh, I love that.
what feels important to say out loud, like to our own souls?
Mm. Can I go first? Actually, can I start with that? Because that something hit very deeply there.
Yeah.
What would I say to myself? Ooh, I think I would say, slow down. Slow down, slow down, slow down. You are in your fear frequency all day long, right? Slow down. You can't hear it. You can't hear the love at all. Like you don't. And for their like brief moments, I do feel like I tap into this love and this ecstasy and this like, holy shit, is this the spiritual realm, you know? Ooh, but how quickly, just even then, I can feel my heart stop because I'm like, I just said spiritual on camera. Like, what? What is this go somewhere? And I could feel right here. And my heart fascia, like, let's just get super weird. My heart fascia right now here, I can feel the energy coming out of it. And now it's in my throat. Like, literally, my hands are wanting to move. So I don't know. Oh, there it is. My insecurity came back and I lost my train of thought. Gosh, okay, I'm just gonna pretend this is just you and me on the phone because the other thing is I'm desperate to be seen. Like I want to be seen and I want to show this part of myself that I've hid forever or since a child. But then like look at me, my hands start moving and I start judging myself instantly. And like, oh my gosh, I don't even let like Bryce see me, like it's like oh, but my hands are now moving. I can feel it in like the current. And
Yes.
it's in the current, like, right? Like, let's stop there and just say the current. There is a legit current of energy that's flowing and carrying us. And
Yeah.
I can see, yeah, I can feel your hands too. And when we start talking about the synchronicities that you and I have had, it's undeniable. And I feel like I want to say this message because like, what? This is happening? And like up until last year, I'm the first skeptic. I'm like, what are you talking about, woo woo? But now, like, look at my hands. like
No,
the
it makes me
fashion.
want to do my hands.
Girl, I know. And like it makes me want to when I turn on music now, I'm like, oh, that beat feels so nice. And at the gym today, I caught myself doing it. I was like, I know. I'm so slutty. Like, don't do that. And like, all right, and then it's like, oh, but I do kind of like feeling beautiful. But it's like, no, you're just wanting attention. But then it's like my inner self really does want some attention. So I get really like, I don't know. I would just tell myself to stop trying to figure it all out, I guess. Mm, yeah.
I do think it is, it is just flowing with the
Mm,
body following that energy, and that energy feels good. And just being able to lean into that without the storybook um, of knowledge that tells us yes or no in the background, right? It's
mm,
like this part of our brain that just sinks into why we should or shouldn't. All the shoulds, all the shouldn'ts, all
all the
the would
shoulds. Mm,
or coulds or what if they, all of those things are just overlays of someone else's thought. And what we're trying to do here on this whole, our whole entire purpose is just to
mm,
our
mhm,
authentic self
mm,
and what that vibration feels like, right?
mm. So
So,
true. Oh, and let me just, that vibration feels so good, right? Like it feels so good. And then I just said it. Vibration feels so good. Like I just said that and so that could go somewhere. Like the shame comes immediately. That's like, you just said a vibration feels good. Like the shame, the shutdown, the terror, the, oh my gosh, my dad's gonna see this. Like, oh my gosh, my husband's gonna, like this can ruin my whole, I don't know, like the shame comes immediately when, but my body, it feels so good. It feels like love in my body. It feels just like aliveness.
yeah,
And so then I'm like in this, I really want that. I want to feel that energy current. And that's what happens when I start dancing and like start turning off my brain and stop like, what is that person thinking of me? What does that person think? Like, right? When I shut it all out and start dancing, it feels so good. But then it's sort of sensual. It's sensual because it's alive. And then I get down into my brain, right? I'm
not
like,
sort of. It is.
it is.
What is the root of that sensuality, right? Sensuality can be a lot of things. It can just be feeling good in your own skin, like
Mm,
feeling good in your own skin and doing what feels good in your own skin, right? And
yes.
some of that is
Yes.
private. Some of that sensuality is private, and some of
Yeah.
that is not private. And
No. Mm,
and if it feels good to like dance in the grocery store or the gym because that's what feels good in your own skin, then like
mm,
how can we judge that? Like, well, we can judge it, but that
mhm,
doesn't mean that that's like who is that benefiting, right?
mm,
Certainly not you because you're not leaning into the authentic self that you're feeling a current to be, right?
Yeah. I think it's just like, God, there is this always been this need to belong and to fit in. And I don't want to give that up. And so being myself, talking with hands, feeling the fullness of everything, like really feeling like the depths of hell and pain and sorrow. Like the world is so broken in so many ways. But then also feeling like the most alive I've ever felt, like dancing with you all and under the moon. And like, I'm not even a tree hugger, but all of a sudden, like in the last year, I am. I'm like, trees have energy. I'm the girl, like, today I let my, sorry, the mirror. Today I let my body, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna switch this up. I'm gonna have, life is gonna be fun. It's not just like, yes, I do have to do work, but like, I have time. I have 10 minutes for fun. So I just like let my body, I was like, this road feels good to turn down and like this one. And I've like the last time I went exploring or driving anywhere just to drive anywhere, like I can't even remember. I was like, what am I doing? And it was so fun. And my body literally took me to this rose garden in downtown Raleigh. Yeah. And I got out of the car and the lights were like, they looked so similar to how they did when I was really little. Mm. And so I walked down and touched the different roses. And then there
Oh,
was a pond that was just like the pond at my Gigi's house in Louisiana and it was, and I used to stare at those tiny little frogs for hours on the lily pad or pads, lily pods. What are they called?
yeah,
Um,
lily pads.
yeah, those little, those tiny, and I used to think like, what is that energy in there that's moving? Is that like, huh, what is making that thing move? Right. And like, I think I was mesmerized by the energy then. And
Mm.
then when I was at the rose garden, same light was coming down, and I put my hand in that pond water, and it felt like just the tears because it felt like love. It felt like, oh yeah, I remember. I remember what it feels like to be fully alive. And it's so painful because I've repressed it for how long?
Yeah.
And then I'm driving away. I'm like, I don't want to feel this. This feels, it hurts. It hurts. I'm crying. Like we don't even pay attention to the roses. And I'm not even care. I don't care if that sounds cheesy anymore. Like I was like, I have to, the roses are like, it's incredible. It's incredible. And then I just go on to corporate. And like, I'm like, oh, all of a sudden I'm back from like there's all this like, oh, what are you doing? You can't be thinking about the roses. Like get that quote out. And it's like, oh shoot, I don't even know what to do on the spot. And then it's like down, 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 you know? And I
Yeah.
was just crying because of the magnitude of the roses. But man, it hurts to feel sometimes, you know?
What
Mm,
what
help me
feels
slow down a little. Hold on.
like what feels like the hurt? What part of it
Mm,
hurts? Like mourning
mm, mm,
that
mm.
you missed it all of this time?
That I forgot, and that I had to learn to forget, or the pain of like, yeah, I think like I know I've always been a big feeler. My parents have always been like, you have a wide bandwidth, and like sort of like the narrative that
Yeah.
I would throw major temper I couldn't calm myself down. And I
Yeah.
still like can struggle to do that. Like because
Yeah.
the like getting worked up feels like an ocean, just like like I'm just like and I remember the child being so scared of those emotions.
Yeah.
And I think when I did do like a big temper tantrum or when I did was like the frogs, the frogs.
Yes.
People were like, what? And as a child, you're just like, oh, I'm so weird, or I don't get it. Why aren't they like it's a like jump the frogs? Something's in them making them move. And it's like, is that what's in me? I mean, I was just like, and it's like, where's this water coming? What is this stuff? And how does it go turn into smoke? And like, I don't know. I just felt that electricity of like wonder, wonder.
Yes.
But no, but I felt like no, I don't know. I think I felt too weird to show this bigness. And also the world it doesn't always like to show the bigness or the fullness or the aliveness. Because sometimes it reminds us how much if you see someone fully alive, sometimes it can remind you of a good thing of like, this is your love. But it can also remind you of like how much you're numbing and you can't feel. And it's tough.
Yeah.
Mm,
Well, it does. It highlights maybe what we suppress within ourselves
mm,
or
yeah.
what we're not able to get in touch with directly, right?
Mm.
If someone is feeling
My audio
like
is
what?
cutting out. I think it's because my heart chakra is coming so fast. It literally feels like I feel the vibration right here. It's like my hands are feeling magnets. Mm,
Well,
such
if it
beautiful.
starts to feel like what is it that this person is receiving that I'm not receiving, and why am I not receiving that? Right?
Hmm.
When people
Hmm.
start to
That's
go
right.
into that
Yes. The
of like comparison,
hmm.
and it just brings me back to
Hmm.
a thought of what Byron Katie says about like if your body was the only body on this earth, it would be absolutely perfect.
Hmm. Oh, wow. I don't say more. Say more. Yeah. 'Cause
Well, well, it's like if you were the only person that existed on this planet and you look down at your body with no conception of what a woman body looks,
Yes.
what is a woman body? I mean, even you can think as a kid, like looking down at your body
Oh,
or
yeah.
noticing your hands or arms or
Yes.
legs and thinking about, as a kid, we don't look at other kids and think, oh, why is her butt bigger than my butt?
Oh
Or
my God.
why does she
That's
have longer legs than me? We just don't, as a little kid, you're not thinking
so
that.
true.
And it's like this learned thing that
Mhm.
we determine a certain type of body is more desirable than another, which is completely cultural. But if we can imagine this is the only body on the planet, my only concept of a body is my concept of a body, then it's perfect because there's no
Mm.
concept outside of that, right? So
Mhm. Mhm.
it's like, oh, her body in comparison to mine makes mine right or wrong. And both are true. Like both happen. We look at someone and say, oh God, thank God my body doesn't look like that. Right?
Oh
We
my
say that.
gosh. Ugh, so
And then
true.
we say, oh my gosh, I wish my body looked like hers. And
That's
like in reality, it's all perception because if we were this moment
right.
transformed
Hmm.
to a place that contained only our body, we can then look at our body without any comparison to say, oh my gosh, it's absolutely perfect. It's getting me out of bed in the morning.
Hmm.
It feels
Hmm.
good when I move like this.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Right?
That's what I'm
Like,
saying. Yeah. Yeah.
yes. Like, this is a great body that I get to be in.
Yes. Yes. And how magical. Like, why does she grow over my cuts? Like, or how does she do that?
Yeah.
Right. And I'm like so constantly like, I need to figure everything out. And my body's over here just like heart beating going and hair is growing on its and like liver. I don't even know what the liver does. What is the liver? We'll have to cut this part out.
Cleansing your
Yeah, yeah,
body,
yeah.
like cleaning nonstop.
Exactly.
Yes,
Like, and
doing
it's
all the things, and we're just over,
mhm. That's
it's
right.
doing this for us all the time,
That's right.
and it's so perfect. But we're just confused about it
We're just
because
confused.
yeah,
We're
we're
lost.
confused. We're just confused, and it's not a big deal. It's just that we've confused ourselves and others have confused us with their
Yes,
images of like, oh, this is it, and
that's
that's it.
right.
Chase
Yeah.
this over here and da 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 da
Yeah,
da.
you'll be happy when you get this big
When you
house,
get
you'll have
over,
made it, right?
yeah, when you look
Oh,
like this, when your hair grows this long, when you're
that's right, right. When I lose 10
this,
pounds,
yeah.
right? Yeah. When I have the tan, like seriously, interesting. Yeah. Mm. It's it's sad though. That's sad. That's the tragedy. That's where I want to cry. That's sad. The fact that thinking of my little boy and my daughter, thinking of my daughter who's 1.5, who will think like, oh,
She
my
no,
body.
she doesn't have to think that.
That's where I need more to bring in. Okay, Miss Fun Fairy. I'm always the pain, the healing of the world. I'm like the most dramatic, and the more like I'm like I feel everything, right? And then it's like,
Oh,
oh yeah, and then you like a little fairy skip in, and I'm like, oh, please, I don't have to think these thoughts either. I can just take joy.
and she
It's
doesn't have to think that because you don't have to think that.
that's right.
And when
That's right.
you are not thinking that, Byron Katie's teaching is so clear on this. Like when we can untangle the confusion for ourselves, we untangle it for everyone around us. We are the collective. Truly, we are the collective. And when
Mhm.
we undo our confusion, then we undo it for you
Mhm.
and your daughter and your son
Mhm.
and everyone
Mhm.
around you, right? Like If
Mm.
I can grasp the perfection of my own body and stand in
Yes.
it with
Yes.
confidence, then there's a teacher. And in your
Mm.
house, you are the
Mhm.
teacher. If you can unwind that confusion of like, my body isn't perfect, and
Mm.
do the turnaround, my body is perfect.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, that's exactly you're right.
And that
Mm.
feels good. And then you
Yeah.
walk in that knowing of like, my body is perfect.
Mm.
My
That's right.
hair is
That's
perfect.
right. My skin is great. I mean, like it's incredible what it's doing. And then I'm over here like, look at this. Look at this. I don't
Oh,
even know what,
girl.
like, is that
Yes.
I don't even know, but
Yeah.
like,
The
this,
little
look
things
closer.
and
Yeah,
the,
I'm like,
yeah,
oh
crow's
yes.
feet.
And my body is like, are you serious? Like I just grew you new cells, like the entire this is like,
This has all been replaced
I
left and
know.
right.
Right, right. Like God, your mind is so annoying. Like, I imagine that's what the body is saying, or like, not the mind again. Like, she
Huh.
listens, there she goes, listening to that mind. And the body's over here just like, do you see how beautiful and fun it is to be me? Or did you hear that, feel that wind? Or did you hear that beat? Like, when you hear the beat of it, I
Yes.
just,
It's
it's like,
swirling.
and that's how we pick it up. Like, right? It's like something vibrates, something is like, oh, truth. I was like,
Uh-huh.
oh, my body picks up on it before my mind does, you know?
Yeah.
That's like, and that's where I don't even know what this means with my hands. All I know is it just feels good. I can feel the energy between it and I can feel the energy coming out of like here, but it's on this side. So I don't even know
Yeah.
what that means. And I just like, what the hell's happening? How amazing is this? I don't think you're talking about fascia and you're talking, and we're like, and then we have to go back to work. That's like the thing. Like I'm like, no, now I've got to end my fun, like spiritual secret, beautiful life to go back to reality of like, what are we gonna cook the kids for dinner? And like, why? I want to be able to remember and stay in that playful imagination. And then like
Yeah.
when I lean into the love, I'm like, oh, I'll just take a bath. It's like, oh, that meeting is really that's like not a huge. It's not a big. It's like a small thing. Why are you making this like? This is your life to do your job. If you don't show up for this one meeting, that doesn't even like. It's not even like a customer meeting. It's like an
Yeah.
internal meeting. But gosh, I wish I could just lean into this love and like this perspective or hear it's like the harmony like like oh yeah, everything actually is just flowing together perfectly. I'm just in there like my thoughts are just like staticking it up and I'm like I can't hear the signal, but I don't even know that because it's been gone for so long. Mm.
But you're hearing the signal. You're
Yes,
feeling in
that's
your
the
body
mhm.
the signal so strongly that it your body produces tears.
Yes, yes. And my body, like I said, it knows it more. And so the more I have learned, like in the last 6 months, I just started this taking embodiment classes. And six
Yeah.
months ago, I've been like, what the hell is an embodiment? Like, okay, like, like my little sister talks about portals, not me. Like, right? Like, I don't even but then I don't know. And then since 8 8 and 9 9, literally on those 10 and 10 10, literally there's been like this insane amount of energy that has come over me. And and then I'm like, and then it's like complete pain because all these things are coming up that from like there's like childhood memories or they're like and I'm just like crying and grieving and sort of like and then it sort of mellows out. But then I don't even want to know what 11:11. And like I hear myself talking right now with my husband. Mr. Like rational. Actually, he's like, listen, I trust you. I believe you.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't know what you're hearing, but I trust that you are hearing it, which is a sweet thing to say. But yeah, I mean, what is happening? That's the thing. Like I just keep going back and forth between, oh duh, what's happening? You're in touch with love. Like you weren't meant to suffer forever. You just forgot that because of fear. Like your minds are so high vibe. Is high vibe a good thing? It's when they're like when they're going through that like fear, whatever fear is, it like hijacks you and you can't remember, or like grief. All of these like feelings are good to feel, but man, I just it's hard to feel them. It's hard to feel them. Yeah. But then here you are, the fairy godmother, to tell me get to feel joy, which is true.
Well, that's the thing is that,
Mm.
and it's not that I don't feel these things
I gotta
too.
take this thing off. I'm sweating. So
Yeah, girl,
wait,
take it
I'm like,
off.
I said spiritual portal. Like this,
Yes,
my whole reputation is gone.
just take it
Uh,
off.
yeah, that's right. Well,
Yes,
this is great. If I somehow get just you'd be like, no, 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 get out of that energy. Girl, we gotta stop. Anyways, go
girl,
on.
we cannot get it wrong. We
Hmm.
still can't. We just can't. But what I was gonna say is that I really think you should just listen to Byron Katie's like A
Okay.
Thousand Days.
Wait, it cut off. My heart thing went really. Did you raise your hand for me?
No.
Oh, I was like, you don't need to raise your hand. It's just you and I. Like,
No, it
like
automatically does.
awkward.
That is
Just
very
use your
funny.
voice.
No, no, the Byron
Mm.
Katie, A Thousand Names for Joy, talks about like she's
Mm.
explaining the Tao Te Ching, but it talks
Yes, yes. Ooh,
her progression of like literally unlearning every single
that's it.
thing,
That's
right?
it.
And then
Phew.
and then the
Mm.
way she's understanding everything
Mm.
and how our perceptions are really just our stories being overlaid, right? So there's a story. It's like when you're remembering and coming back to life, there's this grief and
Yeah,
this grief
that's right.
story that you've missed out.
That's
And
right.
so then it's like,
Yes.
okay, so is that true? Have you
Yeah.
really know? Like, can you really know that that's true?
No, I can't. No. I mean, not really. No. I mean,
Really? Because like you had to go this path
mm.
for a reason, right?
That's
Like,
right. Oh, that's so true. Like the pain is like the op like you have to be able to have felt the pain to know that there is pleasure, maybe. Or like there is peace, like right? Like you don't you wouldn't know that there was a difference. You there has to be like this duality thing to like to be able to have one. We have to have the other, right?
yeah.
And so like maybe I should stop thinking about the emotions, the negative emotions, if you know, like 'cause really that's just like a sensation that I'm labeling negative, right? But maybe I just like start accepting like that's the beauty of it, the fullness of it. Like the pain, yes, but that comes with like the pleasure and then finding the peace that all of these emotions are okay and that I'm gonna live through them and I just like ride this wave. And in a second I'll be laughing again, right? Like,
But like you are awake today, and all that there
yes.
is this moment today, right? Really,
Mm,
like if we're thinking about the past, that's just a story of because we're not in that right now. Like right now, we're just right
mhm.
here.
Yes, that's right.
So the
That's right.
pain is just a story of pain. It's like not with you right now.
Fascinating. That's right. Right. Like literally, I am choosing to continue thinking those thoughts that I don't even know if they're real. And it's making me painful when I could honestly just stop thinking those and then maybe just like
And just enjoy
tell
this.
myself a different, yeah, have a different thought. Right.
Like you
And
could
be
just,
happy.
yeah, you could just enjoy this bliss of like,
Mm,
I can feel the vibration of the water.
that's it.
Like,
Mm,
what?
that's
Yeah,
right.
I want to feel the
Yes.
vibration of the
Come
water.
on. Yes, you
Yes.
do. The other day I was eating like the other day I was like I did a deep meditation and I was like, okay, I'm Mrs. Guru now, so let me try things. And so I went and I went downstairs and I had some raspberries and like the flavor of like the energy is so high energy. You know, I did get them from Trader Joe's, which of course I'm gonna tell my husband that I have higher energy over here than some of your anyways. Um, yeah, it's amazing. It was like, wow, this very this thing is incredible. It was like so like the energy was so vibrant. And
Yeah.
then I like went upstairs to write it down and I was like, well, what am I saying? What am I doing? I'm like, even reading this, I'm like, uh, uh,
But
but
Queen, that
mm,
is what we're all trying to get to.
mm,
The
yes.
bliss of the simplicity of the present moment. Now, we
That's
don't
right.
all describe it as that. Like, we don't all say,
Mhm.
like, I'm feeling really depleted in my soul because I can't enjoy the moment that I'm in right now without being in the future or the
Ooh,
past, without
yeah,
writing the story over it, without distracting myself with something else, right? Like, we don't
that's
always
right.
describe it that way, but then when you hear it,
That's
it's
right. Mm,
when you hear you talk about like being in the present moment and like eating a piece of fruit,
mm,
feeling the deliciousness, the nourishment of that
mm,
fruit, and being able to truly soak that in, then it gets to invite people to remember.
mm.
Like life is
Right.
truly delicious. We don't need to buy more or get this.
Hmm. Hmm.
And that's truly what Byron Katie is saying is like, hey,
You better
right now,
keep talking, girl. My heart is like pounding for it. Yeah, and it feels so good. I'm like, oh, I'm flowing, just
yeah.
keep
So it
talking.
and so that's
Mm,
exactly what she has discovered is that without the stories of a future or a past, there's just
that's
this moment and it's just fucking heaven.
that's
Like
right.
right
That's
now.
right. That's right.
But also it's heaven in the dishes.
That's right. And I
It's
think like I've been trying to practice that more of like, oh yeah, like I think part of it is I always am an urgent, like I'm always like, gotta get to the next one, and like part of that is because, previously, I don't know, I guess my body trying to prepare me for dealing with fear that it had felt in the past. And now like my nervous system is like warning me, like, uh-oh, fear ahead. And I don't know. I don't know, but I do
well,
know
and
that that's right.
don't have
Yeah.
these answers either. Like I also
Mm.
like turn to work stuff and I'm like, oh my gosh.
Right. Like
You
it's
know?
so easy. Like, or a car drives by and they're like, honk at you, and you're like, and then all of a sudden I'm like out of my
Yeah.
love frequency. I'm like, quickly. And so like,
Low
yeah,
frequency.
right, yeah, right, exactly. Like, did you not know you were honking at a goddess?
Yes.
So, right, like, oh,
Goddess in process.
goddess in, yeah, goddess in process. I love it. In my
Yeah.
head, though, it feels so much better when I tell myself that. Like, I'm a goddess who walks the earth. I'm like, what? This is heaven out here, people.
Yes.
Let's go. And then, they're like just starting to load their groceries. Like, we're in the angelic realm.
Yes.
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 Anyways,
You're
mm,
feeling that. You're feeling
yes.
and like, girl, by allowing it, you're allowing others to
Mm,
either be attracted to it or repelled by it. And that has everything to do with them and nothing to do with you.
yes. We have,
And
wait, we have a less, look, we have less than a minute. I'm